really quick. Part 2 is the inverse. So every function, well, every operation has an inverse, right? Something that's going to cancel it out. Agree? All right. We're going to talk about what is the inverse of an exponential with base E. Its inverse is called natural log. Okay. Its inverse is called natural log. The natural log function, instead of having a horizontal asymptote, it now has a vertical asymptote. Okay. Because the opposite of a horizontal is a vertical. So we have a vertical asymptote. Our domain is now from 0 to infinity. And our range is from negative infinity to infinity, all real numbers. Okay, that makes sense because the table here, this is our original e to the x. Your inverse means you're doing what with these table values? Flipping them, you're switching them, right? Your x's become your y's become your x. So therefore, if I flip these tables, so is my domain and range going to change. So these are now my new table values. Okay, natural log means that you have log base E, but instead of writing log base E, they recreated it into just being ln. That's what it stands for. Natural log is ln of x, okay? But it's the same thing as saying base E. So these are equivalent statements. Remember, mathematicians are lazy. We want to use the least amount of characters as possible. So if I can go from writing log E x to ln x, I'm going to do that instead. All right, we're going to talk about the transformations and how does it look for, oh, hold on. You see nothing. It's all in your head. What? What was that? You saw nothing. There was nothing ever there. All right, let's talk about it. So our natural log transformation function. This is what it looks like. F of x equals a times the natural log, hold on, of x minus c plus d. Notice that we still have a, c, and d. ln, a natural log, a ln of x minus c plus d. Then now you got to really wait. All right. So again, your D is going to be your vertical. That's going to be your up and your down. Okay. Your C is going to be your horizontal. And we got to remember that X's are what? Liars. That's going to be our right and our left. So it's going to look like minus C, but we're actually going to the right. It's going to look like plus C, but we're actually going to the left. Okay. Your A is your coefficient in front, and it's your stretching and your compression and or reflection. If A is greater than 1, so if the absolute value of A is greater than 1, it's a vertical stretch. Okay. If your absolute value of your A is between 0 and 1, then it's going to be a vertical compression. And then if it's negative, it's going to be a reflection across the x-axis. Did that change at all from exponential? No. Okay. The transformation rules will stay the same for all functions. I repeat, all that's changing is the function, what the function looks like. Okay. So just to make sure that, yes. The other slide. You gotta wait. So at the bottom, you should have some space. I'm gonna write a problem up here and you're going to interpret it. Got it? So at the bottom of your page, you should have some space. So you're going to get the function f of x equals negative 2x, not x, natural log. This is not an x, it's a natural log. Negative 2, natural log, x plus 3 minus 5. At your table, I want you to take a moment and describe the transformation of the parent function. So take a moment and describe the transformation of the parent function. All right, so up first, I'm going to identify my variables. So we have A, C, and D. Our A equals negative 2, our C equaled negative 3, and our D equaled negative 5. Yes? Okay? Because our A is negative, that automatically tells us that it's going to be a reflection over the x-axis. Okay? The absolute value of our A is greater than 1, which lets us know it's a vertical stretch. So I'm going to write V stretch by 2. Our C is negative 3. So when C is less than 0, that's a left shift, right? So we went 3 units left. Our D is a negative 5. When D is negative, that means down. So we went 5 units down. And that's what you should be able to do from a translation. Remember, X's are liars. So when it looks like plus C, it actually is a negative. That's why we put in the quotation marks. All right. Okay, that concludes part 2.